Hey, what's going on, guys? So today we got the Going Gear EDC Club box. So we're going to break into this. My sidekick is my sidekick. Well, you know about that. So we're going to cut into this guy and see what we have for the new year. All right. All right. So, did I miss? I did miss something. Okay, forgot to cut this little section right over there. Did I get the other side? Okay, now we should be good. Alright. So, ooh, interesting. I've seen this cup before, which is very cool. Actually, my wife uses this. Let the camera focus. My wife uses this for change and stuff. You know, random doodads. Alright, so put that off to the side. I love seeing this logo because Bestech makes some of the best Chinese knives out there. And we got some other goodies in here. Alright, so let's get rid of this box. Put our paperwork off to the side. Line everything up a little bit, kinda. Wow, this box got kind of jacked in the mail. Alright, so put that off to the side. Alright, so let's start with, well, let's start with the cup. So yeah, I've had this before. I don't know if it's the same brand. This is Durston. Durston by Uberleben. You guys know I love pronouncing things. So let's see. Yeah, Durston by... Jeez, let's zoom in. Let's try this together here. Durston by Uberleben. Oberlesen, something like that. But we have a very cool kind of bushcraft style, mug here. All right, it says it holds 8 ounces, 100% natural hardwood, hand wash with warm water, dry thoroughly, and apply a light coat of oil when needed, or if needed. Uberleben. All right, so yeah, pretty cool. Let's go ahead and take this little tag off here. So this is nice. You can clip the little carabiner on your gear. Obviously, a little leather thong there. You put your fingers through here. It's actually pretty comfortable to hold that in either hand. I'm righty, so I would hold it just like this. This is super comfortable with the fingers through and the thumb wrapped around. Very, very comfortable to get in there and, you know, eat your oatmeal or whatever you're snacking on there. So pretty cool little cup. All right, next we have, what is this? Oh, okay, we got a big old ferro rod. A huge fan of ferro rods. Can never have too many of these things. I have these at every location possible. All right, looks like the same company. Uberleben. All right, nice chunk of wood for the handle. Very, very fat diameter rod, so that thing will last a very, very long time. All right, and we have plenty of cord here. You get your, loop this around gear. Obviously, you can, cut this, use some of the fibers on the inside if you really need to. In a desperate situation, try to get a fire started. All right, let's see. This doesn't look like it has too much of an edge. Oh, yeah, okay, it works. Do a quick little, ooh, don't want to light anything on fire on the table. Yeah, that might be a ferrocerium mix. Sometimes these ferro rods are just straight ferrocerium. Sometimes they're like the mish metal. So they have other things in there. So after you spark, the spark actually lights some other type of metal that's in there and it continues to burn. I've had that mish metal stuff before from a company. I don't remember what it was. They didn't have nice handles. They were just the bars, but they were like the best ferro rods ever because you would strike it, it would just, it's going to be burning for like, 5-6 seconds, which is a really long time in comparison to just having some sparks. So that looks extremely effective. So I like that. All right, did I burn my table? No, I didn't. A little bit of something there. All right, so what else do we have here? Ooh, a Kubey knife too. All right, we'll get a hold. Let's open this next. I like Kubey, very affordable company. This says model KU3311L, maybe? I don't think that's 1.1. I think it's 1L in camo. All right, D2 and G10. Pretty interesting. All right, so let's pop this open. See what this guy looks like. Oh, yeah. You know what? I think I've had this knife. I have had this knife. In fact, I might still have it right now. All right, pop out our Leatherman here. Do a little cut on that. Show the blade. Yeah. Very nice little knife. Huge flipper tab on the front there. All right, for, wow, that came out with some authority. You don't have to. You can use the massive slot that's on the side to open it slowly. But the little front flipper works very, very nice. Very comfortable in the hands. I do have this because I remember this front flipper here, but I don't think I have it in camo. I think I have this in another color option. But yeah, very, very cool, you know, kind of budget knife there. Open back. I like the squared off bottom a little bit, even though it's not the exact shape at all. It reminds me a little bit of some Striders, you know, from back in the day. Very, very cool. So yes, let's put that, well, leave the box off to the side. Put that right there. What's going on here? We have a glow tube, AAA. So it looks like a flashlight of sorts. It says 3 modes, high intensity, waterproof, light source. All right, well, luckily I don't need the box for anything. I will need the user guide because I want to look at that later. Half the time, you guys know when I'm opening this kind of stuff, I find things out later on. Now this says red here. So I guess maybe that's just saying that this one is the red version. Looks like a nice little lanyard, wrist lanyard. Of course, our battery. It's always nice when the battery is included. Battery type AAA, negative, positive. Do I unscrew this? Yes, okay. All right, so what did I just say? Positive down. Pop that in there. Close this guy up. Oh, okay. So, all right, so this is the red light. So I'm assuming that there's other colors to choose from. There is 3 modes, I know that, but I don't know if they're different models with different colors. So here's all the specs. Let that focus. There you go. All right, so it says colors available: red, amber, blue, green, and white. All right, so this is a red one. 3 modes. So how do you? Okay, blinking. Looks like high and low. So blinking, high, and this one's slightly dimmer. I don't know if you could pick that up on camera. But yeah, so you can attach this to anything. You know, obviously the sky's the limit as far as what you want this on. Maybe it's an important piece of gear. It's nighttime, you don't want to lose it. So there you go. Very, very cool though. Yeah, glow tube. I like stuff like that. All right, so we got our ferro rod, we got our cool glow tube, we got our awesome Kubey knife. What do we have in here as far as the Bestech is concerned? Drum roll, please. So I like them all. Ooh, I love the decal too. Look at that. That is spiffy. When was the last time you heard that word? Spiffy. All right. There we go. Trying to get this guy to focus. Camera wasn't working with me there. But anyway, I don't know the model offhand. Maybe the paperwork will say it. But this is a Elijah Isham design. R.I.P. Very, very sad. Designer is no longer with us. If you haven't, seen previous videos or heard that news. But yeah, very, very interesting design, as all of his knives were. You can see that on the back there. All right, this one is in S35VN. But yeah, it's very comfortable, choked up here. Coming down here, it's fairly comfortable. I do get a little bit, because this kind of curves back up, so I'm feeling that in my palm a little bit. I think that this would really depend on how big your hands are. If you had smaller hands, it might be more comfortable. But nonetheless, very cool, interesting design. So yeah, awesome, awesome knives. Very cool glow tube. Absolutely love the the ferro rod, and of course our wonderful cup here. All right, so let's actually move this forward. Take a look at the paperwork real quick. All right, so here is our paperwork. Right off the bat, you can see the Bestech would be part of the premium club. Now, I've seen this knife before. I do not know the name offhand. There it is. I'm going to go ahead and try to pronounce this, which I'm usually wrong. But I'm going to say this is the Reticulin. How about that? That sounds like it's right. We'll see. We'll see what the comments say. But retail on that is $221. The Reticulin is a compact, stylish pocket knife designed by the late Elijah Isham, and it's as fun to use as it is to look at. Made with only premium materials, the Reticulin has a 3.25-inch CPM S35VN Wharncliffe blade and titanium handles. It also has a steel-reinforced titanium frame lock and a steel pocket clip. All right, so the regular EDC club, if you didn't choose the premium, has everything else in here. Of course, the Kubey knife. That one's called the Thalia. All right, normally $39.99. You can read all about that right there. Then the Next Torch glow tube, normally $18.95. I mean, this thing's really cool. I wouldn't buy this for $18.95 personally, because it's one of those pieces of gear that's cool to get. Like, I get a lot of stuff in trades that I normally wouldn't buy, but it's nice to be exposed to. Some of that stuff, I want to say like maybe 30% of it I fall in love with and I absolutely would buy. But things like this, I have to try first to see if it's something I would really spend that kind of money on. Because to me, this looks like it should be like $6 or $7, but I don't make the prices of things. That's just what it costs. But anyway, then we have our Uberleben, the Zunden Fatty, all right, which is a half-inch ferro rod with natural handmade wooden handles and striker included. Shoots out sparks at over 5,000 degrees Fahrenheit. It's good for around 20,000 strikes. I believe it. This is certainly a fatty. And then last on the list here is our cup, which I think is called, here we go, for the pronunciation, a kuksa. I don't know, if someone called me a kuksa, I'd probably get mad. But it says it's between 7 and 8 ounces. Original price is $24 for these. Traditional Nordic design that is tried and true. Crafted from a solid piece of natural handwood, this is the perfect cup for the on-the-go lifestyle. Whether you use it for sipping, steaming coffee, or downing fresh ice-cold spring water, this beautiful camp cup is an essential. It includes full-grain leather lanyard and a metal carabiner. So yeah, some pretty cool gear. Always happy with the EDC Club stuff. Obviously the knives, but again, it exposes people to all kinds of random stuff like this cup you may not have even ever heard of before. If you happen to do the Going Gear Club, it's something to be included. You might find yourself, really enjoying it. The ferro rod is top notch, really, really awesome. Both knives for their price ranges are very, very nice as well. Now, as far as the glow tube, it is really cool. But again, that's something that I personally wouldn't have purchased, let's say. Some people criticize these different types of gear boxes or, mystery boxes. They say, well, why don't you just buy the gear you want? Well, yeah, of course. That's always, that's what most people do. Most people don't have just random stuff come to their house and hope they like it. Think about that with food. What if you went out to dinner and you just told the waitress, well, bring me something that sounds good? Most people don't do that. I'd like to do that sometime because I'm weird. I'm definitely a weirdo. In fact, now that I mention it, I might do that next time. I might just go to a restaurant and just say, you know what? Bring me whatever you like. Just to have the mystery, because I enjoy having experiences in life. And that's kind of the point of these boxes. You obviously have a general interest in gear, but you like trying new things. And you might be exposed to stuff you never even knew about. So anyway, that is it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow with, guess what? Another video. What's it going to be about? Who knows? You have to check out tomorrow. I don't even know myself yet. So anyway, see you guys then.